right? So if somebody holler out or run up and down the church, that's cool. But Reiki, what is that? Because it's coming from Japan. Now that's a little woo-woo. Because you're dealing with chakras and all that stuff, but it's all in one and the same to me.
How has dealing with the naysayers been?
We got a naysayer right here.
No. Hold on. And I don't be wanting to know. I don't want to know what's going on. I don't want to know what's going on in the past. We can heal what's going on with me inside.
I mean, Spirit gonna let you know where you want to hear it or not. That's
You
you
ain't lied about that.
That's true. So
You ain't lied about
whether
that.
you want to hear it or not.
That's a bar.
It's fine, because in your spiritual walk, you're gonna have those moments where stuff doesn't align with you at that time, at that moment.
Correct.
That's not to say you're not gonna circle back.
Here we go.
Money, making crap for money, and money.
What's up, guys? This is Brianna Moore, your host of the Conversations Unearthed podcast, where y'all come for me, but you stay for the guests. Today, y'all already know the guests just keep getting better and better and bigger and bigger. And today we got Miss Amber. If you don't know her, you probably should know her. So we had Miss Mika on last time, and Mika is a master Reiki therapist. Y'all, Amber is Mika's master therapist, master Reiki therapist. So we have the master of the master here today, guys. And I'm so excited because I have heard, and you don't even know this, but I've had one of my good friends is someone who's had a session with you and has said your energy is so powerful. I've actually had a Reiki session with you. It was a group Reiki therapy session, and it was at the Hollywood Cemetery. You walked past me. I mean, I don't even think you acknowledged me, but you walked past me, and I felt your energy. Like, it was that powerful. So I'm just so thankful for you to be here. We had a few things going on today, so she kind of switched up her schedule for me a little bit. So right now, y'all, I just want to introduce y'all to Amber.
Woohoo!
We got applause. How you doing, Miss Amber? How you doing today?
I keep feel like I'm on R&B Money podcast. Like,
Whoa.
it's just it's giving. I'm like, yeah,
It's giving?
yes.
I love it. I
I'm like,
love
do I
it.
need my top 5? You know.
I mean, you can list the top 5. You can list them hell. What are they?
As long as we number one.
Exactly.
That's right. Yeah, I'm thankful, man. Woof. It's been a long time since I've been on somebody's mic. And thank you for the opportunity. Of course, I appreciate Mika, my best friend, for even like putting my name out there. That's what it's all about. I'm just grateful.
I love it.
Grateful.
Is her mic on?
That's what I was about to ask.
Yeah, I was literally.
Let me see if your mic on,
because I can't hear it.
Oh, it's not plugged up.
Oh, that'll do it every time.
I'm so glad you said something.
I was like,
let's do a mic check.
Test.
mic
Hey.
check 1 2 1 2. We in there.
1 2.
Let's get it in. So, Miss Amber, how you doing today? I just want to start with, like I said, giving you your flowers. Thank you for being here tonight. But I just want you to introduce yourself. My introduction was the introduction that you are the master of the masters. So tell me a little bit about yourself.
I'm Amber J, also known as the Tarot Mixologist. I guess you could say I'm a jack of all trades. I do tarot, Reiki. As you know, I bartend. I'm a research head. I go down rabbit holes.
What?
So I'll be up all night researching stuff.
Okay.
Don't let nobody die, because I'm on it. I'm like, okay, what they do? You know.
Is there a medical background to this, or we WebMD? We WebMD.
Everything. I'm just link.
I got you.
Oh my goodness. Host. I do hosting. I'm from 757 Newport News.
Okay,
to
shout out to
757 stand up.
Yeah. It just overall, I'm pretty much a round-the-way girl, so to speak. Like,
I got you.
I'm just genuine, down to earth. Just don't, piss me off.
Hey,
You know,
that's what I'm talking about right
just
there.
do right. Just do right by folk.
Okay.
Just do right by folk on all levels. And we cool. But if you
be having to dial, you gonna poke them all up. And
I mean, I ain't as bad as I was.
Oh.
Because, as you get older, you kind of like, I'm just going to remove myself.
Right,
but when I tell you go ahead, just go ahead.
Go on ahead.
But yeah, I'm just overall just chill person. I mean, clearly Mika my best friend. So.
Oh, yeah. She talks so highly about you.
Yeah. And that's, interesting. You describe me as her therapist.
Yeah.
But she's a sister I never had. She's a sister I never had, and I thank God that she came into my life when she did. Granted, we're sorority sisters, and she'll tell the story. I ain't like her at first.
She said
They always be that way.
say that.
They
I don't know if she said that
always
on
be
the
that
actual podcast, but I
ain't
think
like her at first. 'Cause, you know,
she told me that she pledged you.
Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated is a non-hazing
And
organization.
exactly. Say that loud. Stop playing us.
When I was going through, she was there, and I ain't really feeling her.
I got you.
You know, HBCUs process is a little different than the PWIs.
St. Paul's, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And so I was like, oh, I don't like her. But then, but as the years went on, what made our connection even stronger was my dad had passed in 2012. He came through to her, and I knew her, but didn't know her.
Right.
So she was like, "You gotta let him go. Stop holding on to that guilt." And I was like, "Girl, you do that, don't be
Right.
But she
Talking
was right.
about my daddy.
But she was right.
But she was right. She was eventually right. And then we got closer throughout the years. And I'm the type of person that I don't be having best friends. And if I call you a best friend or just a friend in general, that's something significant for me. So I have a lot of associates, but very little friends. And she's the one that I can call, count on. She has my back. Like I go to bat for her. So if somebody talk crazy, I'm gonna be like, can I meet you outside?
She seemed like the chill one.
I'm the chill, honestly.
Oh, you the chill
you
one.
the chill
I'm
one.
chill.
Okay.
But I will turn up.
But you okay.
Like she'll turn up, but
She the bark, but you the bite.
she bite too.
She bite too.
But I'll turn up because I'll be like,
They
say,
two peas in the pie.
yeah, because
peas in the pie.
they say what? So I'm like, so we going over there to what we doing?
Is we about to pull up or no?
Right.
Oh, yeah, that's
What
just,
type of time is
yeah,
it?
that's just me. Everybody say I'm cool. That's
I got
just,
you.
you know, it's kind of hard to kind of talk about yourself.
Yeah.
So
And also, Mika told us that you had a podcast.
at one time I did.
Let's talk about it.
Oh, Lord.
Because as a newer podcaster, I started my podcast in January and started going at it full time in July of this year, 2024. And one of the reasons why she asked me to, or why she recommended you, is because you had a podcast.
Yeah.
So I wanna hear that story.
Lord have mercy.
Ooh,
Let's get into
we about to
it.
dive
Let's
deep.
go ahead, take
Go ahead and say
take a sip.
That's straight crown.
Hey.
Because she said, I don't need no chaser.
No
Stop
chaser.
playing with her.
Yeah. So back in 2016, 2017, met a lady. We're gonna keep it
Okay,
at that.
keep it
'cause,
okay.
you know.
No names.
Okay.
All right, right. And that's part of the R&B part. I ain't gonna say no names.
No face, no case, baby. No face, no case.
Back in I think it was 2016 going into 2017. I'll say her name, Lily. We created what was called Motivational Brown Girls. This was right after.
I like the title, though. That's
And the girls were spelled with
Fire
the Z at the
name.
end.
Okay.
So it came right after the killings of Alton Sterling and Philando Castile was back to back. And we were both like sick and tired of the sick and tired. So I used to work with, I want to say it's her family member or something like that. And I think her family member's sister is a soror as well. So we got connected in that way because back then I was working for corrections, which is a whole nother story.
Okay.
So
Put a pin in it.
yeah, so we got it. You know, we was like, okay, Motivation Brown Girls, let's talk about what's going on. Let's be different. Like back then, podcasts weren't really
Yeah,
thing.
it was new. Yeah.
and so we were doing different things. We were talking about what was going on culturally throughout the world, but mainly focusing on Black topics, Black issues, and uplifting Black men, so to speak. So we got hooked up with Marcus from Legacy Radio,
Okay.
which is no longer no more, but shout out to Marcus.
Shout out to Marcus.
So he was doing Legacy Radio in the Den, maybe about 2-3 streets over from me down in Manchester. So he had like a little den area like this. And so he had different people on different days, but mainly his was on Mondays at 7. And so we got on his show. Everything is full circle now that I'm thinking about it. Shayna showed up. Shayna, who does yoga.
Okay.
She wasn't doing yoga back then. So I ended up crossing paths with her. So right now, me and her, we all, it's just so crazy how you just, run into people and you don't realize until like years later. So we would do different stuff like that. We was to the point where we was doing like Google Docs, having like having meetings, breaking up topics quarterly, all that stuff. And we lasted about like a year.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So we was on the local TV. We hooked up with
y'all platform was pretty. Y'all was getting up there. Y'all were scaling pretty quickly.
We was on local TV.
Oh wow.
Based off of Arthur Ashe now, but I don't think they're there no more.
Okay.
Got in with local folk, like local authors. We even broadcasted from the Richmond Library. They had like a book fair, Black authors. We was there hosting that.
That's dope.
Wow.
We hosted a fashion show before down on.
How did these people find y'all? Like, were they reaching out to y'all?
Well, she was the one doing like the communication and stuff like that.
you.
So we was getting plugged in different places. And so, of course, being from 7-5, I was still going back to 7-5 getting my hair done because it's just something about going back home. So I would go back home, and my hairdresser at the time, she's an author. Shout out to Miss Terry Branch.
Okay, shout out to Terry.
So she come up here, do her little book tour. So she knew I hosted, so I would host her event she had down there, and it was just a full circle. So I think about a year or so into it, differences, I'm gonna say that, and it got disbanded, and so that was the end of that, and that was like the start of my spiritual awakening. It was 27, going to my spiritual awakening. It was like everything was happening good so fast, and also it was a crumbling moment at the same time. So I was just battling both. Living in Petersburg, jobless, I ain't know what to do, car got repo. It was so much going on that year.
Lord.
So I was like, what we doing? And again, this is still in the whole, my daddy gone, still trying to do all that. So one time I had a podcast, I was,
Do you miss it? Do you miss podcasting?
A little bit, because I'll be on my Erykah Badu. Because, now it's something to talk about. Like at one time, I got quiet and I just got to myself like, okay, that ain't work out. Where am I supposed to go from here? Because it was just so much going on. I'm bouncing job from job. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just blind.
Right.
Like, God, what is this? And so I was like, I kind of missed that. And again, going in it, I didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was just we had a structure because, like I said, we would meet. And just like, okay, what our topics gonna be, and what are the subtopics to that, and kind of had a structure. But we.
So did y'all did y'all interview people?
Yes, the interview. One of the interviews got me fired. That's what's crazy.
Got you fired? Wait a minute.
It was wild.
Listen, don't say nothing up here that's gonna get me fired from my job. I need my day job.
No, it was crazy because like I'm a. What's right was right and wrong is wrong. I don't care who it is or what it is.
Right.
So at the time, again, I was working for correction. So at the time, we was on Enlivening Radio with Steven Sykes. It's still under Marcus J's the Legacy Radio.
I got you.
So we interviewing a guy who was out of jail, whatever. He had a book. Again, I don't know him from a can of paint. Steven booked the man. You know what I'm saying? We don't know him. Steven asked us, hey, y'all want to come and interview this dude? Cool.
Sure.
Opportunity, whatever. So he used the language like he was still under supervision, which again, I don't know you. I don't know your business, it ain't whatever. So it just so happened that something happened at work. I got on my live, Facebook Live, and I talked about what happened at work, but I ain't say no names.
Right.
I just talked about how you talk to other people and how you disregard folk and stuff like that. So I ain't say nothing, but the word got back to the job because everybody saw my stuff.
Yeah.
And so everybody's like, yeah, I saw you like, you right. So ain't nobody say nothing, right? So again, my stuff is public. I don't have nothing to hide. I don't keep my stuff on private, whatever.
Right.
So we did the interview with the dude, minding my business. I get called into the office, to the assistant warden office. They like, yeah, you was doing the interview with a convicted felon and all this other crazy stuff. And so
I can't talk to no felons now? I'm confused because I'm supposed to ask everybody.
But this was retaliation to the previous live I did, because I pretty much was talking about what happened in a meeting, but I never said so, because I ain't saying on that. You can't get me on that.
Right.
Per policy, you can't get me on that. So, I was like, all right. So I just went out in the street. I was like, oh, okay, cool. So I was thinking. I said, can I cuss on this podcast?
Yeah.
So I was like, because I call any and everything a hoe. So I was like, these hoes really, they really tried, you know what I'm saying? So I was part of the union at the time for correction officers. Got with my people, like, oh, okay, let's see what it is. So they fired me. Say, because you fraternizing. They used the fraternizing definition, which clearly didn't apply to me, but that's all you could do.
Is he in the jail right now?
I was like, I don't know him. I was like, I don't know him. Oh, because he used a language saying some term. I even forgot. I was like, I don't even know. Like, all right, cool.
You should have sued. So, you probably still got a case. What's the statute of limitations?
10 years.
So in that process, when you go through the grievance process, they have to give you the evidence that they used to fire you, right? So I was like, let me get that.
Mm-hmm.
So
let me get that.
Ooh.
I look in the envelope. I see the little CD, because they took my little recording. You know, they recorded my little interview or whatever. I said, that's fine. And then I seen the emails between my supervisor at the time, this other woman.
Y'all know what that means.
Both of them.
They usually the ones.
And
if y'all don't know what we're talking about,
right. And the warden, assistant warden at the time. So I seen the email, and so the white woman.
The YT.
Yeah, it wasn't even my supervisor. The other lady was the culprit of it all. I'm like, you're not even my supervisor. Why is you even in this? So because people was coming to her talking about it. So she was like pretty much putting the battery in my supervisor's back to go ahead on. Like, this wasn't one of them times where somebody would come to you and be like, hey, you know, you got a video up, you might want to take it down. People talk, you know, give you a heads up.
Yeah.
No, you was out to get.
Yeah.
Cool.
You wanted me gone.
Right.
Yeah.
So I saw the email. I never forget it. Because again, this was the start of the spiritual awakening. Because, you know, when you get a spiritual awakening, they say, oh, everything just is chaotic. Like, lose your job, everything. So I hit up my homeboy at the time, because he was cool with her. And I said, I called him. I was like, you busy? He said, yeah. I said, I'm going to send you, I'm going to take a picture of something. And I'm going to need you to read it. And then just hit me back whenever. He read that joint and went slam off. He was like, man, she was in my face asking me, how you doing, if you going to grieve it and all this. I said, crazy, right? So, you know. So they eventually fired me. However, unemployment was like, y'all wrong. Let me get my money.
Oh, okay.
So,
Okay, shout out to unemployment doing something right. God damn.
Yeah, I mean, if you ain't right, I'll give it to unemployment. If you ain't right, then give your money. So I got fired from there. I was like, cool, that's whatever. So I was like I did a total of 8 years in corrections between 3 institutions. So I was like, okay, that's done. Again, in between.
You was with the ladies or the men?
The men.
Okay.
I couldn't do the ladies. No, the ladies was trifling for what I heard.
That's what I heard.
Really?
The men trifling too.
Yeah.
But if you like embarrass them, they'll leave you alone. You have to like literally embarrass them.
The men.
Yeah, at least I don't know how it is now, because they done closed institutions are getting crazy because the short staff or the been short staff.
And I heard they be having sex with the CO.
Oh yeah.
For real?
Oh yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Can't be.
Okay, I'm sorry, I got off talking.
Yeah, they call it's called slow walking. That's what it's
Slow
called.
walking.
What?
Slow walking.
That's what they be talking about when they say slow
And
walking.
so like if you say you broke up with somebody, or you having a bad day or whatever, or like you married or whatever, and something ain't right.
Yeah.
You go to work. They peep. They in there all day thinking.
Oh, you walking different.
Oh, they know what's going
So
on.
no,
ain't got
yeah,
no
so
pep in your
yeah.
step.
So they're like, oh, what's wrong? And, you don't really say. You like,
Sweet,
oh, you know,
sweet talk you a little
yeah.
bit.
So they be like, oh, you should, keep your head up. You look nice when you smell shit like that.
Yeah.
So it's a cackle to see. So little by little, they say stuff. Then you start coming in with your makeup. You
What?
Yeah.
You seen this go down? See?
What?
And so-
I just can't. Where am I I'm just not in the.
So when they get you,
What I'm gonna do with you?
so they get you in kind of put money. They get you
Money?
Yeah, they put money in their books and everything. That people that got married, they married the person and everything.
What?
Yeah, it's
But they
wild.
can't continue working there if
No,
they got they got to go.
they'll get you, or you gotta quit. Like something gotta happen. So
But I just wonder, like, how you like be alone with them.
Oh, baby.
It's easy.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. If you got access to certain stuff, you can make a way out of no way. I'm gonna just say that. And if some people might be in on the stuff, who knows? But it's a wild place. It's dangerous.
Yeah.
It's very dangerous. But if you got a good crew, it'll make the night or the day go by.
Smooth, yeah.
So it's all in who you work with.
And then they got the TVs and PlayStations and
well, they got
I see them on Instagram ordering pizzas.
With the TV,
They be on TikTok
it's
live
like,
all day.
It's like a yeah, the TV like a makeshift looking TV though. Like it's like the back of it is clear because they gotta see everything. They can't have no weapons and all that stuff.
So it's like projector basically.
Pretty much.
Oh, okay, I mean.
Pretty much. I mean, but you gotta have money for it. Like, but if you owe child support or anything, unless you got somebody that's dumping like hundreds in your books, you not have no money in there for real.
Yeah.
And then you're not getting. And if you got a job, you're really not getting paid. Like they might have went up a couple of cents by now, but the highest paying job was like 20-something cents. 30-something
20
cents.
cents an hour?
Yeah.
I can't do nothing.
Yeah.
Listen, I can't go.
All right, well, let's. I can't go. That's what I say. I'm snitching.
Yeah, but that was on podcast, Motivation Rockers. Like we was hitting all kinds of stuff that was just important. That wasn't.
I want to hear the episode. Is it still out?
You gotta find the episode.
Yeah, I done archived and all that foolishness I did. We was on. Oh
if
my
it got
God.
you like fired, I want to hear that.
It was like what YouTube. I think we did YouTube. It was so many. I gotta go back.
Okay.
Wow.
But yeah,
We'll talk after this.
But yeah, it was like we talked about everything.
Yeah.
We even went on CBS. 6. We went on 6. Yeah.
Okay. Y'all was moving.
Oh, whoever Lily
moving.
was getting y'all the people.
Yeah, she
was good PR.
last I heard, she was down in Atlanta. Like I give her props for that. She was that's her thing.
That's her lane. Yeah.
Can we
her
send
thing.
her positive vibes?
Just
even
all
though-
day,
Okay.
all day.
Positive vibes to
Positive
Lily.
vibes to her all day. Like I ain't got no ill will.
You ain't got
Like
no ill will.
differences. That's all I'm gonna keep it as.
Understood.
That's it.
So I heard you say something about you were living in Petersburg. Things got bad. Do you feel like you're at a better place now?
Yeah, I am with where the ancestors walked through in Richmond. That's where I'm at. When I was looking for a place and I think I drove up through Dock Street, I like literally cried because I was like, this is where I'm about to be.
Oh, wow.
I'm about to be in the Starter South Side. I'm about to be where there's black businesses and it's starting to look like a little Brooklyn around here. And, you know what I'm saying? I could just feel like my ancestors walked through here. Like I could see the James. Like, yeah. I mean, it's been a long time coming to get back because I went to VCU, so I had a time. I had a time.
Had a time in these
I even
Richmond
added a minor because I had a time. You know what I mean? To add an extra year in there, but I was like, yeah, I got to get back. I don't want to be in Petersburg no more.
What degree did you get?
Criminal justice with a minor in psychology.
Okay, that makes sense. I went to VCU too.
Okay, then.
I didn't graduate from there. I transferred to Reynolds.
And that's fine.
I took an AMP class and failed.
And that's all right. But you still alumni to me. So
Well, shout out to VCU.
Shout out to
paid for my
VCU.
bachelor's.
I got my
flunked
MBA
out.
from there.
Yeah, you got your MBA.
yes, come on through.
But after I flunked out, I went to Reynolds, and then I got my associates in nursing, and then VCU paid for my bachelor's, and they paid for half my associates, and then they also offered me a master's. They were gonna pay for the whole thing.
Well, shout out to the nurses because my mama is a nurse.
Hey,
We need these nurses.
So she retired after 30 some odd years as an RN.
She's stuck in there.
She OG. She came in through the 80s where it wasn't but like her and one other black lady in the class.
She was there when they used to could smoke cigarettes at the nurse's station.
Yeah. She told me about her. She's another wealth of knowledge too. She told me about how they made it hard for them to get through their clinicals and stuff on purpose. This is 80s now.
Oh yeah.
So they made it hard. And I was like, really, Mom? She was like, yeah. She said we had to really study hard. Like if we ain't get it, it was hell. So
wow.
Shout out to her. She been RN. She started out in mental health. She was at Eastern State and then just went on through.
Shout out to Mom.
Shout out to black women in the healthcare system because we need them.
Yes.
We need the representation.
Yeah, I be teasing her all the time because I be like, Ma, you be so nice to these patients, but with me, I get a little boo boo. You want to press all hard on it and everything. So she's
Does
laughing.
this
and
hurt?
stuff. Yeah. She, so I mean, I always
She
got
like cut them tears out.
Yeah. She was like, that's all right. And then, or she gave me like a tuberculosis shot, and she was like, see that bubble? That bubble look good. I was like, Ma, that hurt.
That hurt, right?
Like you hurting your child right now. So, but yeah, shout out to the nurses. I always got
Good things. Good.
yeah,
positive
my grandmother
attitude.
was a nurse, so I didn't take that route because I don't.
I was about to say it's kind of in the family.
Already said.
I mean,
you
doing
went the
some
other
healthcare.
way.
Yeah.
no, baby.
You said that one for
the
me.
fluid and death. I can't. It's too much. That's too much for me.
Well, I got some rapid fire yes or no questions for you. Are you ready?
Yeah, because this crown got me a little hot. But
Hey.
yeah, we ready. What's up?
All right. Well, these are mostly related to Reiki. So,
That's fine.
and it's just yes or no. Have you ever used Reiki to heal yourself?
Yes.
Okay. Have you ever felt a strong connection to a past life?
Yes.
Okay. Have you ever had to decline working with a client for any reason?
No.
Do you feel a deep connection to nature in your practice?
Yes.
Do you think anyone can learn to practice Reiki?
Yes.
Do you believe past trauma can manifest as physical pain?
Absolutely.
Have you ever felt drained after a Reiki session?
Yes.
When?
Oh Lord. it was after a one of our group sessions we did. And even though I
One of the group sessions.
even though, because I think a girl's dad came through. That's what happened.
Yeah.
So that was more so ancestral, and that was very, very strong. And I think that was my first time actually feeling or being like a medium at that point.
Yeah.
And so it was extra strong because I know how that feels.
Yeah.
So I had to give her a message and everything. So even though I was swiping and doing that whole thing, I was like, hey, I still feel.
That's interesting because I know the girl you're talking about.
Yeah. It was, ooh.
I know the girl you're
God
talking about,
Almighty.
but she's spiritual too. Like she's
Yeah, baby.
tapped
It was,
in, but it was a lot.
It was, I almost was like, okay, y'all got it because I'm
It's
about to
enough.
go home. But yeah, that.
How long did you have to sit with yourself afterwards to like get that energy
I had
just
to
away?
I had to like do a little prayer.
Wow.
You know, because every session or any type of spiritual thing, I always throw my clothes in the wash and hit with the Florida water to get all that stuff off the clothes.
Yeah.
And so in the bath, I'm saying the prayers, you know, and all that stuff. So it took a minute, but that's just a learning experience with the Reiki, because Reiki, in a sense, to me, is new in that particular way. But me laying hands ain't new to me because I came from the church. So
Okay.
I got the church background with. I've been laying hands in ancestral prayer. I just didn't know the Reiki part of it.
But it seems like Reiki and being a Reiki master therapist and then being a medium is two different things.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's almost like if you do ancestral prayer and you get messages or word or downloads, so to speak.
Yes,
it's
yes.
like the same thing, but in a different, I guess you say, modality.
I got
Because you're under religion in that
Yeah.
point. So only a certain things is like okay in the religion aspect, like okay, speaking in tongues is all right in certain churches, or laying hands is all right, ancestral
Yeah.
prayer all right. So if somebody holler out or run up and down the church, that's cool. But Reiki, what is that? Because it's coming from Japan. Now that's a little woo woo. Because you're dealing with chakras and all that stuff, but
Yeah.
it's all in one and the same to me.
How has dealing with the naysayers been?
Oh, that's it don't bother me. I mean, because
She said that ain't no problem.
At the
That ain't no problem.
right,
Not
because at
paying no
the end of the
attention.
at the end of the day, you need healing.
Right.
You got some stuff you got to get. You got to get through.
Yeah.
So if you're ignoring whatever you done prayed, because people could pray to God and be like, "Okay, God, I need something to help me get through whatever it is I need to get through." God send you a Reiki master practitioner your way. You like, oh no, because you ain't from the church. But again, you're boxing God.
Yeah.
So
And it's interesting too that you say that because like I've been through a few therapists, a lot of therapists, and they say finding a therapist is like dating.
I swear it is.
I got tired of dating, so like
I know
I
that's
went,
right.
yeah, like I went to a life coach, and her primary source of like healing and communication and I guess fixing you as a client is through like tarot
Yes.
readings,
Baby.
and it's very spiritual. And I'm like, nobody has like really gotten into my soul and my spirit deep. Like it's like I've been searching for somebody like her, and I couldn't find it in the traditional sense. So
Yeah.
I truly believe in it. But we have people on the other side who are like, oh, wait a minute. Cause I ain't gonna lie. Now, I had a friend who was getting tarot readings and stuff, and she was like, I'm gonna get you one. And I was like, wait a minute now.
Oh yeah.
And I'm still there. I'm
Hey,
still like, wait a minute, what you mean?
But then I was interested, so I went behind her back and got
Oh.
it. And yeah, and it was like spot on. So
Okay.
ever since then, I've been a fan of it, and I can kind of like relate, not in a way that I can experience what you guys experience, but like I know that it's real.
Well, if it'll help y'all, the lady that originally drew tarot is black.
Oh, no.
Nah.
So just to,
My
didn't know
thing
that.
with tarot. Let me tell you my thing.
That's what I
with
said.
tarot.
History.
Okay.
No, that's a good history.
So
to
we
it.
got
I
we
like
got
that.
we got a naysayer right here.
No. Hold on. And that's what I was about to clarify.
No.
Because you be trying to come in my life. Don't do it. No, my thing is, I think mine is I don't be wanting to know. I don't want to know what's going on. I don't want to know what's going on in the past. We can heal what's going on with me inside. I go to therapy once a month. I love doing the work. But some things I truly just don't want to know. And that's just me honest with it. So I'm like, I ain't touching it.
I mean, spirit gonna let you know where you want to hear it or not. That's
You
just
you
true.
ain't lied about that.
That's true. So
You ain't lied about
whether
that.
you want to hear it or not.
That's a bar.
That's
It
definitely
is.
a bar.
She just
I
read me.
I learned that with reading folk
Lord.
with the cards.
What?
Cause they be like, oh, they have your question and like, yeah, we'll answer your question, but
What?
this right here say you should have been removed or you should have been did this. You should da. They're like, oh my God.
So
I'm just immediate. I'm just immediate.
But this is going like, it's interesting because this is going mainstream now, right? Like with Netflix, and it's got the guy Tyler, I think, the white guy. I love listening to him because he mainly reads for celebrities.
It's mainly becoming acceptable.
Yes.
Granted, celebrities and them do what they do because they have astrologers. They have all of that behind, in their pocket, and that's fine.
Yeah.
But it's becoming more mainstream because church ain't giving.
Well,
It's not giving.
Hot take. Church ain't giving.
that was kind of what I was going to ask you. So you said you grew up in the church. How has that experience shaped and formed you into where you are today?
Oh, okay. Shout out to my grandmama.
Shout out to grandmama.
I got baptized way back in the day when I think it was like 7 or 8, according to my certificate. But I got baptized in the country. You gotta at 7 or 8. You don't know what that mean. Is your grandma like get gone, get baptized? So I got baptized. Like, all right, what is this? So as I got older, I was in a part of a youth group, of course, in Newport News. Shout out to Denby Church of God. It was a Pentecostal church. They had the flag.
This was Pentecostal.
Yeah, it was Pentecostal, not denominational.
Okay.
So they had the flags. The people was up at the altars dancing. People running around. I mean, it was live. So we was part of the youth group. Our youth group used to do. We had a drama department, so I was in that. So we would go around to like do competitions and stuff, and so we would be praying ancestral prayers. I mean, we were really hands on, and so in the youth part, that's when I really got with the putting the hands on and speaking in tongues and ancestral prayer, stuff like that. And then it shifted because stuff started to not make sense to me. So I started questioning.
They don't like that.
Nah,
I started
they
questioning
don't like that.
because if we supposed to be, my thing is, if we supposed to be about this life, this Christ life, why y'all doing the opposite stuff? So I was doing a lot of questioning. I was always back and forth. Church started to not be appealing to me
They
as
weren't
much.
practicing what they was preaching.
Yeah. So the last straw for me,
Ooh, I want to hear the last straw.
wanna hear the
unfortunately, and I
last
know you
straw,
got to
too.
get your yes and no's. I'm sorry.
Oh
my
no, this
bad.
is good. We putting a pin in this.
Okay. So the last straw for me was I watched Birth of a Nation,
Oh.
and it was the force feeding scene.
Whew.
And after that, I said I cannot do church no more. I can't do it.
Yeah.
This is not it's not agreeing with my spirit. It's not agreeing with my soul. It's just not doing it for me, and that's not a bad thing.
Yeah.
And so if there's anybody out there that's like, church, I ain't really feeling church, that's fine, because in your spiritual walk, you're going to have those moments where stuff doesn't align with you at that time, at that moment.
Correct.
That's not to say you're not going to circle back, because I've stepped foot in church and be like, okay, because your perspective is different on it. Like you see God in a different light, because again, religion box God. So to know that, to know that my father, my grandmother, my cousin, they not really in the grave for real, ain't gonna lift up during the rapture, like,
Yeah.
because that's what they teach you. But to know that they literally right there,
Yeah.
they literally next door, they in just a different realm. They literally can see you, they can communicate with you, which brings peace to me on the deaf side of things. So I was like, oh, okay then. And if God created all, why is it limited? Why is it limited? Why is it that we over here struggling and fighting between what's a right religion, what's a not right religion? In the Buddhist, shout out to them that came last month. That meditation was everything. But shout out to them that came shout out to them that came. They're on a different, seeing things for what it is, and how, their vision of, or how their thought process of grief is. Like, it's all one and the same. It's like, why are we boxing? Of course, their deity looks like them for whatever reason. It just made my mind just go crazy on who and what God is to me. So I'm so used, if you're used to just doing one thing and it doesn't expand, you kind of like, okay, this is kind of redundant. You know
I'm
what I'm
trying to
saying?
figure out how the force feeding scene.
Oh my God. Because at that then,
Correlated.
because, Nat Turner was he saw, history wise, he saw, he had an epiphany that was supposed to have been the eclipse that happened. Is what he heard God say, go ahead on and eradicate these people. But it was, I was watching the movie, and throughout the movie, they used him to pretty much make the people submit. So if instead of having a white person say, y'all got to do this and that there, if they used him to submit to the slave masters by way of using the Bible, they'll conform. So
I got you.
it was him and the guy who he grew up with that became his owner. They went to this plantation, and the people was refusing to eat, and so that's why he was there. He was there to kind of convince them, hey, you do this because God said. So that's where the force feeding.
So you saw them using the Bible as a means to
that, and then the force feeding, because you see the picture of the mask over the mouth, and to see it on that film like that, I was like, oh,
like, no,
baby, no.
No.
Yeah.
I think one thing that's
No.
always got me is that our ancestors didn't even follow in Christianity before they came here.
That was
We were
my first
forced
question, and that's
into it.
always been my question.
Very much Christian, spiritual, all of that, but that's always been my thing.
Yes.
Is where our roots lie.
Yes.
In our spiritual journey.
That was my first question I had. I was like, so what was we doing before Christianity was even introduced?
Yeah.
And then, of course, as you grow your spiritual awareness, you learn that hoodoo was hidden in Christianity. So that's why they use Psalm. If you practice hoodoo, they use Psalms a lot and different things like that. Because, again, it was a no-no to even do African spirituality. Because, of course, if you do that, that's looked upon as, at the time, was looked upon as, oh, no, you can't do that. You got to conform to us. So, all right, cool, we'll conform. But your Mary is Haki Oshun, or, you know what I'm saying? Or Yemayao, something like that. But we just gonna front. We just gonna front. We're gonna take these herbs and put them in your food real quick because we know what it does to you, and we're gonna do a little prayer. But yeah, we Christian. It was just a front. I mean, Psalms is spells. All that whole stuff. So they had to hide and
Wait,
maneuver.
Psalms is spells.
And hoodoo it is.
Give me one.
Wait.
Hold on.
Well, I ain't know this. This different. I'm learning.
Like 127, something like that. Like, yeah, it's it's different songs for different things. So if you hoodoo, that's what's being used is the Bible.
Ooh.
to speak whatever it is, intentions that you are doing, whatever work you're doing on candles, whatever the case may be.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
That
Okay,
is
so you a medium, right?
Yeah, that's what. Yeah.
What you feeling? What you feeling right now with me?
Oh Lord.
Oh Lord, let's do it.
Okay. Good vibes.
Okay.
Of course.
Of course.
Good vibe. I mean, good vibes.
Hey.
I mean, I be hearing stuff all the time. I just be ignoring because, like,
You be hearing stuff. What you heard?
because like I have like one of the clairs is like an inner knowing. So I have inner knowings, and I just be like whatever, and
Okay.
just go on my business. But,
And is this the same? Because Mika said she was a conduit.
oh yeah, same
Is-
thing. We're
okay.
the same. Yeah,
I got
we are
you.
conduits for spirit. So whenever we do Reiki, we're just letting the energy
I
pass
got
through.
you.
But like she'll hear the voice and stuff. I had told God and them. I was like, do not pop up in my
Doing this
face.
podcast.
Just don't pop. I don't. Give me an inner knowing or something, or pop up in my
Yeah,
dreams,
send me a
but
text.
do not have a spirit walk in front of my face like
Oh,
that.
so you see them too?
Because we not about that life.
Wow.
Because I would be like,
So how'd you feel when I said like, hey, bro, like I had a family member die, so we gotta push this back a little bit. Like, were you like anticipating seeing?
no.
Okay.
It was just like, okay, I was respectful. I was like, if you want to do a different date, that's cool.
Yeah.
Whatever you need
Right.
at the time. Like because I was really getting ready to be like, are you sure? I was getting ready to ask you, are you sure about 7 o'clock?
Yeah.
Because, I just I know how that is. Like some people take it differently. Some people,
Well,
So-
it's just interesting to me because like I've been excited about this all day.
oh, wow.
So I don't really know why. 'Cause I'm excited about podcasts, but like this one, and I'm usually nervous.
I was a little bit nervous.
You were
Was
nervous.
you?
I was
like, I don't know what she gonna ask.
I was not nervous
yeah.
about this at all.
Mika
I was
Mika
just
was like, I ain't gonna tell you, so you can, because I don't want you coming in there knowing stuff. I'm like, get off my phone.
Well, we didn't tell her either.
Yeah,
She
I
was-
was, I was, I
no
was
one,
like,
no one has any like anticipation. We don't tell them what questions we're gonna ask.
Nope.
Because like I started this podcast for one because I wanted to create an environment that was positive for other people, and I feel like I have really good divine conversations all the time, and I don't know why people come into my life, and I don't know why like I mesh so well with certain individuals. So I was like, I need to get this on camera, but so like when it came to this, it was like I'm usually really nervous. I'm usually like prepping and things like that, but for this, I was like, you know what, we could go in and we could see what happened, and I'm excited to.
Yeah, she went in vibing.
Yeah, I was vibing, and we were low key like about to cancel, and I was like, nah, we not canceling. We not about to cancel. I want to do like this was something that I wanted to do.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was like that.
flexible, but with you, this about to be big.
Okay.
This about to be big.
Ooh. Breaking news alert.
Yeah, this about to be big. You are doing something different. It's you're gonna be out of here. You're gonna be out of this space.
Out this studio.
Like you'll have your own studio type.
Oh Lord, don't make me cry now.
You have your own studio type. I feel like it's going. I'm not gonna say community based. What I am gonna say is it's gonna be giving opportunity for community to do what they need to do in that space. So what I mean is like you'll get a space and like you're gonna have your thing, and then like the next door is gonna have whatever is needed in the community for that time at that
Like
space.
a multi-purpose.
Yes.
Type of
Yes.
I love it.
Yeah, because you have a strong heart space for the caring of people and seeing people excel, especially your own folk, and that's very strong, very heavy with you. That's what I pick up.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, it's very caring. Like I said, you for the people. You just not about no foolishness. Like if you in my way, you better get out my way.
Big purr.
So yeah, that's what I feel. That's what I
Get
pick up.
down
She
or
be like,
lay
I don't
down.
gotta deal with all this bullshit.
Yeah.
Get down or lay down.
And it's gonna align like it's supposed to. Like don't trust the process. Don't rush it. Like if you get no's, it's just not that time. So everything's gonna align like it's supposed to align. Based upon what you've asked the universe for. So it's gonna turn out like it's supposed to turn out. You're gonna get the building. You may see one building or one area and be like, yeah, that's it. But something is going to be like, nah. And it's going to frustrate you because you're like, man, I'm trying to. Because, with us in the human state, we like, go. We want it right then.
Yeah.
But it's like, nah, it's got to be like this in its right time. And so it's going to frustrate you, but you'll revert back to, okay, whatever is for me, it's going to happen. Boom, and it's just gonna fall in place. So if it's divine falls in place. Ain't no confusion, ain't no nothing in it. You know what I mean? It's gonna fall in place, and it's gonna be crazy how it falls in place, and you'll get the pings for it. You'll get the messages for it. Stuff is gonna happen. You be like, because if you pay attention to just the little details, and then you think about it back, you be like, oh yeah, I saw this, I saw these numbers. Somebody came to me and gave me a word from one of my past loved ones, like just different stuff like that, and you just keep a track of that, and it's gonna lie. You gonna.
Thank you for that.
She said it's big. It's coming.
It's coming.
Oh, you better be prepared. You better get prepared.
I'm getting prepared because I know, like, God told me at the beginning of this year, Lord, I don't want to cry. Suck it up.
Let it out.
But I do need to let it out. But and I tell people this all the time, but like, my number is 5, and it's just like my divine number. And God told me in, I think it was last year, which was 2023. He was like, 2021 was my year of education. So I'm learning. Like, I'm learning about financial literacy and learning how to spend my money, buy real estate, crypto, all of these different investment strategies that none of my family knew. So like they looking at me like, why you made all that money and you not buying a Rolls Royce? Like they like, why you anyway. So that was my year of education. 2022 was my year of execution. So I executed on everything that I learned. So I bought houses and to rent out, and I ended up flipping a house, and I ended up starting to travel nurse, and like I made a lot of money in order to invest. 2024 is my year of it was education, execution, elevation. 2024 is my year of elevation. Podcast. Like, what? How did that even come about?
Crazy.
I have no clue.
I love that. I love what you do. Like, I've watched your podcast.
Oh, for real?
Of course I watched the one with Sam.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is everything. Like, and you're not just focusing per se on financial. You're focusing on people doing their dreams or what they need to do.
Cool things in the community.
But it's still a financial thing to it. And I was like, this is different. Nobody's doing this. Like, so you in a lane, and that's fine, and I'm here for it. And I'm always bigging up and reposting and all that.
You like all my stuff. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
And then
a lot of supporters.
And then God told me 2025, which we're not there yet. He told me that was my year of expansion. So you to say it's big, it's like, and then I was thinking too, like, all these words start with the letter E. And God was like, yeah, because E is the 5th letter of the alphabet, and I told you the 5 is your number. Like, it's
I don't particularly care for 5 because 5 is changes, and I'm not about.
Really?
I don't like 5. I don't like 5.
No changes.
You don't like 5.
The change is inevitable.
Because changes happened for me last year.
What was your line number on your line?
4.
Okay.
So I'm a 4.
Is 5 any significance in your life?
Changes. Like.
When's your birthday?
March 13th.
Okay.
She's trying to find a connection.
My life path is 11. Okay. So my human design is a manifester.
Ooh, okay.
So that's like one of the 1%. Like a lot of people are like that.
What's your sign?
Pisces.
Okay. That's my grandma.
I'm a Pisces sun,
My mama
Leo
a
moon
Pisces.
and rising. That's
Yeah,
my
I love
3.
Pisces. Yeah, hey, y'all sound serious.
I'm March to February one's a little different, but the March.
Yeah, my grandma was a February. I don't know
March
any March
too,
Pisces.
and-
Your mom is a February Pisces?
Woo, is she? Mama, I love you.
Yeah,
Shout out to mama.
yeah,
That's what's
yeah.
up.
And 5 for me is change. What was 2023? What was that? 2, 4. Oh, that was what year is that? That's a numerology. Anyway, where I moved to, my apartment number equaled 5. As soon as I saw that, I said, okay. Here we go.
I see how we coming.
Here we go.
Yeah.
And sure enough,
Woo.
2023, it did.
What?
It did.
What happened in 2023?
So we, with Mika.
Now, Mika.
Now, Mika.
Come on.
Mika was like, we're going to take this Reiki 1 and 2. And I was like, girl, I'm moving from Petersburg. I don't know. Maybe she said, no, we're taking this level 1 and 2. So we took Reiki level 1 to July 15th. Finished level 1. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to go to Philly Vegan. And get
Shout out to Steve.
give me something to eat, right? I'm going to go to Philly Vegan and then hit 17th Street because we have people in town and do the Silent Headphone jump where that Faith be doing.
Oh, that's a
Yep.
Which I know
vibe. It's a
Faith. I went to
vibe.
school. Me and Faith went to school. I know Kelly all them too.
Okay.
So I pulling out this, RIP to my Honda.
Oh,
Had my Honda for 10 years. She was paid off.
I already told everybody when I die, bury my Honda next to me. Everybody know that.
She held me down. She helped me. She
Yup.
helped me move up.
Yup.
She helped me move up
Yup.
to Richmond. So I pull out my apartment complex, and the road that I passed had a stop sign. Dude ran the stop sign in the Jeep Cherokee, and when I looked, he was like literally right here. And so I was like, swerve. Someone was like, swerve. So I swerved, thinking he gonna hit the back. I don't know what I was thinking. I was like, okay, I'm gonna swerve. He hit the driver passenger door. If I hadn't have swerved, he would have hit me straight on. So he T-boned me and then it caused me to go into 2 other cars.
Oh man.
I sat in that car and was like, this what we doing?
Right.
I was like, I moved here a week ago. This what we doing, God? This what we doing?
What?
I was supposed to get the back. I was supposed to get the back bumper fixed the following Monday.
He said it was time for an
Anyway, and I was like,
Yeah.
this what we doing?
Sheesh.
I sat in the car like, really? I was just trying to get something to eat. Like, what's up? And so I called. I was like, yeah, I had it. I was real calm. I was like,
Right.
yeah, I had a car. I said, they were like, do you need an ambulance? At first I was like, nah. And I felt a little tingling. And they were like, do you need an ambulance? I was like, yeah, go ahead and bring them on. Got in the ambulance, went to Chippenham. And I'm asking the people at the ambulance, I was like, can y'all look down that street right there and see if it's a stop sign? Because I'm thinking, because when you get in an accident, you like, what did I do?
Do wrong.
Yeah.
Like,
Right,
did
to
I
cause
did I
this,
not
right.
look both ways? Or you know what I'm saying? Because I was like, I know it won't nothing on my side. Like, am I tripping?
Right.
So the person that hit me, he was a kid, just got his license. His parents was in the car. So he was freaked out. I could see it in his face.
In his eyes, yeah.
So I went to Chippenham. They checked me out. I literally walked away with no injuries, with nothing.
Good.
And so I was like, wow. Went to the
Emergency room or
went to the thing to get look at my car, to get the stuff out of my car. She was in bad shape. I was like, dang, we can't. I was like, she paid off. Can we like,
No, for
put the
real.
bags back in? You know what I'm saying? Can we fix them?
Can y'all salvage this in
we-
some
Yeah,
way?
I just put personalized place on her and everything. I was like,
man.
they're like, nah, she gone. I was like, you held me down. You got me up here. So I was like, dang. I was out of car for like maybe a week and then got my rental and stuff. But yeah, it was 5. As soon as I saw my number, I was like,
Doggone 5.
here we go with changes. And 5 in numerology is changes.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right. I was like, and I just got Reiki. Like, this what we doing? Not realizing that the higher you go
Yeah.
spiritually, the lower vibrational stuff be like, I don't like that you going up that high because you're elevating
Be
consciousness.
trying to hold you down.
Yeah, you elevating consciousness. You trying to bring people healing,
Yeah.
and we not gonna have places
So
to
I got
roam.
this theory, and it's been told to me by a few different people that I'm wrong or it has been disproven before. I don't believe in the devil. I don't fit, but other people when I talk to them about it, they be like, well, you can't have good without the bad. Good cannot prevail without evil. Evil cannot prevail without good. And I'm just like, but like the path that I'm on right now, even the things that are supposed to be bad, that are like life-threatening things, or whether it's things that are like setting me back 10 steps, I see that it's for my good.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, is there really a devil in the midst?
Some people believe it, and that's fine.
Okay.
According to Napoleon Hill,
Okay.
in the book Outwitting the Devil,
Ooh.
Somebody just told me
that
about
book,
Napoleon Hill.
that book is
Who just told me
that
about
book
this
is
book?
fantastic. I recommend that book to anybody.
Next
Napoleon Hill is having a conversation with the devil
What?
on how to
I
overcome
know who
him.
It was.
What?
All right, this is the second time I didn't
What
heard
was it?
I was at my mastermind, and and this lady Melody told me. She said, "You got to read."
Mind you, this book was written either
In 1832.
during World War II.
Yep.
Wow.
Because it talks about why the schools are developed the way they're developed and all of that stuff. So he's literally having a conversation with the devil, and he was like, well, how do people get over you? And he legit was like, what you're doing is independent thinking, thinking for self, stuff like that. And so like one of the interesting things in that book is, well, he was like, well, how do people what is a big thing to, or how can you grasp people or like not have them excel, so to speak? And I'm just paraphrasing. And he said, smoking is a distraction. So he uses smoking as a distraction from a person to do their purpose, because they're constantly stepping away and having a. So I read it. I was like, let me get that book. I had listened to it.
That book is good.
I had listened to it on YouTube, but I had to have the physical copy. I'm a
Your physical copy.
Yes.
I love it on my phone. I love reading on my phone.
Yeah. So Outwitting the Devil describes like what God or hell would be, but it's thinking.
But I feel like you could have hell on earth too.
Yeah, that's exactly what you're saying.
Yeah,
with your mind.
It's your mind. Because if you believe in manifestations, or if you believing in being a spiritual person in a natural, you're having a natural experience as a spiritual body, every second you're manifesting your reality. So if whatever you're thinking, the universe is taking it and rolling with it. Like the universe don't understand you're joking whenever you say whatever you say.
Which is why they say be careful with the words.
Right, because the power is in the tongue.
Power is in the
so
tongue,
you're creating your reality, and you have to say it in the now, so that way it can come.
There we go.
Versus saying, I will be. No, it's
Or I want to be
yeah.
rich. Say I am rich.
I am.
Even if your bank account.
Yeah, and you have to believe that. Yeah, but mine shifted like that too, because I was like, is there really a, granted there is, and I just came across, like, what's his name, Bashar, this guy that channels this entity named Bashar, pretty much said that demons is what we created. It's a lower vibrational of a thought we're creating.
So are you saying that? Well, do you believe in Satan? Do you believe there's a devil? No.
Okay.
I believe there's. I think we speak stuff against our own self. So like in that process, if we're thinking demons, that's why I always say look in the mirror or look at yourself. We are pretty much the demon.
Yeah.
So no.
Nope. You're like, nope. It's all
And
in
then
your head.
and Satan is the adversary anyway. It's the opposite of.
Yeah.
So, that's why they always say look at yourself in the mirror and face your demons.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Because you're manifesting the lower stuff of you
Face
versus
your demons.
versus
got to.
overcoming. Yeah.
You got to. Well,
Interesting.
here I am. Here I am.
Well, ask your question you always ask about finances.
Oh yeah, you know I was gonna go. You know I was gonna go there before we get out of here.
Before we
course.
wrap, yeah.
What was your first relationship, or what's your first memory of money?
My grandmama.
Tell me about that. Walk me through that.
My grandmother on my daddy's side, my nana. R.I.P. to her. She
R.I.P.
would
Nana.
like Christmas or something, or if I would come up to Buffalo, because that's where they're from. She was always handing me money. So I'm thinking, oh,
Money grows on
grandma,
trees.
yeah, grandma got the coin. So that's where that is. Of course, nobody taught you or taught me like, no, you know, put it in a savings account or anything like that. But that was my first relationship. You know, when you young, older folk just hand you $1 or a quarter or stuff like that. So like if my grandma, my mother's mother would like go down to the corner and get the paper, I'll get a quarter for that. So I looked at it as an exchange for something.
Okay.
So that was the first relationship for me.
I got you. Where has that placed you now, or when do you feel like you finally got a grasp on handling
baby.
finances?
It's a struggle.
Okay.
Still working on it.
She said,
Yes,
I'm still getting
I'm
there.
still working on it. I've gotten better.
Okay.
I've gotten better. It's just my mind. I'm on those. I gotta have it kind of thing. Like I'll walk in my place and be like, I need a lamp. I need this. I need that. And I'm thinking, okay, what can I do with my next check? Can I not pay something to get this? So I'm trying to like hustle it or dangle it in a way. But I'm getting better with that and having gratitude for what I have.
Yeah.
Because
That's important.
that amplifies the abundance too. Just having gratitude for what I have, you know, where I'm at. Because I made a promise to myself, and this is trauma based, but I made a promise to myself. I was like, everything cut off, but I'm gonna have that roof
And that's that.
over my head.
That's that.
I'll be in the dark for I not have a place to live. Like I'll be out here. If I had to go down on JD.
Ooh. Now
this-
she about to kick a leg up.
If I had to go down this corner or down Chamberlain at the Craig Hotel on that corner.
Not the crack.
I do not wish this on you.
No, but I'm just saying,
Let's
like
not,
that's,
hold on,
that's
power in the tongue. Let's not, no.
That's my that's just the determination I have. So I've gotten better. Like this whole year has been a learning experience for me. So I'm just grateful for it all. And with having the bartending background and trying to figure out how to incorporate the tarot in the mixing, it's just I be having a plethora of ideas, and then I be at work when I have the ideas, so I don't have time to write it down. I don't have time to write it down. So I'm just like, all right, how I'm gonna incorporate this? How I'm gonna incorporate this? And so having like the different skills is just awesome, because I don't really be knowing people be watching until somebody say something to me or pull up on me at like 2nd Street Festival, like somebody did, and I was like, yeah. First of all, don't pull up on me because I don't know you from Canada Fake.
Right.
And then I'm like, oh, you was at a share. Okay, cool. Got it. And just having being mindful of that, and people, and then, y'all, as you were saying, people will say your energy. And I don't, when I do Reiki or do readings, of course I tap in. But for people to say your energy, it's just, it's a gratitude thing. Because again, it ain't me. It's this.
Yeah.
This energy y'all feel took a lot of work, because I was something else.
Ooh, I wish I could have seen you back in the day.
Else. I was something else. I had anger, hatred,
Oh man.
all of the things, and just mad. And I'm just like, okay, why? When the people done moved on, with their life, I'm trying to connive and figure out ways to hurt and all that stuff. But
check you out for being able to move past that and get to a different place. That's claps up to that.
Yeah, it ain't. Yeah. Every now and then, I want to get my Peter on in the Bible, cut an ear off every now and then. But I can't, I can't.
Little eye for eye.
Yeah, I can't do that. It's just, I do my, return to sender type thing.
Yeah.
And or if you really nasty, I just put you in the freezer. That's hoodoo stuff.
Ooh, not put in the freezer.
Yeah, you got to be mindful who you speak on. You really got to be mindful who you put your mouth on.
That's true.
Especially if you're not bothering nobody.
Ooh.
If I give you space to release and be you in whatever frustration that is, and then you come at me, Okay, now I gotta put you.
Yeah.
I gotta put you in front. Now I got
Put
to.
you in the freezer. I'm
know,
gonna start telling
now-
folks that
now
I
I
don't even
gotta-
know what that
now
means,
I have to
but
say-
I'm about to put you in the freezer.
Yeah, now I have to say, return to sender. I send all negative thoughts, energies that are to me back to the sender to manifest in physical form.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Let God take care of it.
Cause it'll come, it'll show. Cause somebody will call you and be like, "Oh my God, my back," or "I'm having a rash," and you be like, So you was the one. Oh, okay. Then I be like, "Oh, for real, girl, get you some hydrocortisone cream."
That's all I got for you.
all I
Over the
got for you.
counter.
Yeah. So it's stuff like that, and just being mindful how you move in the world.
I love it.
I love it too.
That's
That's
me.
great.
Yes.
Well, as we get ready to wrap it up, we want to know how we can support you, where to follow you on social media, and what are your your social media names and things like that.
Lord.
And what events do you have coming up?
I don't have anything coming up right now because I
Okay.
just finished.
And I know y'all had something tonight. Y'all had something tonight.
What was it?
No, it was last night. It was
No.
last Monday.
It was last Monday?
Oh, it was yesterday.
It was yesterday.
Oh, it was last Monday.
Oh,
So
okay.
last Monday before the elections, we
needed that. Whatever y'all did, and the work
we
y'all
hooked
did.
up
Thank
with
you. Thank you.
we hooked up with Kerwin RVA Flows. It's a liberated body movement,
I got you.
and we incorporated Reiki with that. So what they do is just body movement of all kinds, and then sound bath at the end. So we
Okay.
incorporated Reiki with that. So that was before the elections would help everybody be calm.
Got you.
And then they did another one. They just did sound bath yesterday because of the election results.
Okay.
So I don't have anything right now.
Okay.
But what is coming up, and this is shout out to Mika, there is a Reiki refresher happening at the Well on the first Sunday of December.
Okay.
So go and support her on that. For me, I do again Reiki. I'll come to your house. You can come to mine. And
Okay.
I bartend, all that good stuff. So if you need a bartender for whatever type of party, let me know.
Okay.
But you can find me on Instagram at Forbidden. That's FOREBIDDEN_fruit FROOT.
Okay.
That's where you can find
Go
me.
follow the girl.
Yeah, and then Facebook is the Tarot Mixologist. That's where you can find me at there as well.
I
So,
like
yeah,
it.
I do a little readings here and there.
Okay. I'm gonna
Stuff like
definitely.
Do you do
be,
readings live ever?
I have.
Okay.
I've pulled from a deck called Message of Closure. So it's just messages from like your past loved ones. I've done that before. I always keep my deck with me. So
Yeah.
anybody like, I need a reading, I just pull my little deck out.
What a decade.
In my
She said she got it with her. You
She
know
said
what?
she keep that thing on. She
You know
keep that thing on.
It's in here. It's in here. It's in here. So I did a reading like not too long ago through New Wave. So I did it on there.
Okay.
And I used it was for Halloween. It was just like something fun. So I used a Nightmare Before Christmas deck.
Aw,
Okay.
That's fun.
You know, so just did a little fun, because it was the holiday, Halloween season. So yeah, that's
Okay.
That's
And then
it.
we wrapping up. We wrap up, and when we wrap up, we like to say what our favorite quote is. And I'm catching you off guard because I didn't tell you that that's what we're doing. And
I watched the show. Thing.
Okay, so you got that John in the tuck. Got it in the tuck. So
She came prepared.
I'm gonna go. Heather's gonna go. Then you're gonna go. And then another thing that I added too is if you're reading any books, let us know what book you're reading.
Okay then.
So my favorite quote. Well, not my favorite quote, but a quote. Because I
Girl,
keep
go on,
using.
girl. There ain't no more
Look, we
sipping
got a
there.
whole
Hold on,
bottle.
we got some more. You want some more? Hold on, I'll pull you
Give
up.
her some more.
Because I'm like, we wrapping up.
Give her some more. No, give her a little bit more.
You want some more?
Yes.
Let me pull you up.
Let me see, because I got a couple
I was like,
quotes.
where the rest of the yes and no questions? I was like,
I'm gonna just
Let me.
say all three of my quotes.
okay.
So I'm reading a book right now called The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. I love this book so much. Heather, my co-host, actually recommended it to me. It's about a woman who basically sees sex and marriage as transactional.
Ooh.
So she uses those things to get what she wants, and it's loosely based on Elizabeth Taylor. But a few quotes from that book is 1, never let anyone make you feel ordinary. 2, solvable problems are not really problems. And 3, caring costs so much.
Shout out to Elizabeth Taylor tapping into that manifestation.
Let me tell you something now.
That's sexual manifestation.
That's sexual, that creativity. And when I talked to Mika last time, because Mika, she's my Reiki therapist, and I went in there not expecting to be opened up in certain spaces, but the coochie chakra, whatever that one
sacral,
is,
the sacral.
The ladies
The
is gonna be
chakra.
after you out on that. They were like,
that thing started flowing.
oh,
That thing
Jesus.
started flowing. And she said it's connected. The creativity
And the coochie.
and the
That's what she
coochie
said.
is connected.
Root, sacral, solar. It was those three right there. Gotta
Look,
flow.
she opened all of them.
Yeah.
She opened
Shout
up,
out to-
and I
yes.
started telling people about it. I told 3 people about it. All 3 of them went to seal.
Yes.
And obviously other things came up about when
I'm
they
here
got
for it.
But yeah, that book, I was able to receive that book. So anyway,
Amen to that.
let me get you.
Amen.
And Heather is actually being challenged right now.
I am being
Because
challenged,
so usually when we end up the podcast, I say, hey, let us know what your favorite quote is. But I'm like, look, we got the platform. It don't have to be your favorite quote. I just want to know a quote, which is challenging her because she's really attached to her favorite quote.
I'm attached.
So when I say found another quote,
Okay.
it was a problem.
Oh,
I mean, it
Lord.
was a.
Okay, but she also caught me off guard in the past 24 hours. It wasn't like
It was this morning
Hey,
when I
prep
called
for
and I was like, "Hey, can you get another?" She was like, "I mean, does that mean that you don't like my quote?" Like,
what's going on? Nonetheless,
is my quote not good enough for the show?
I do have another quote. It's not my favorite, but I like this quote. No, because my favorite gonna be my favorite. However, I think this one resonates. It really hit home when I saw it. Excuse me. The strongest brands aren't just built; they're grown through lasting relationships and shared values.
I like that.
Yeah,
I like
saw that today, and I was like, that's good.
So if you need some more quotes, go ahead and download the motivation app,
I have it.
the I Am
Okay,
app,
why would I not?
Why do you have that app?
the I Am app, and the Loving Kindness app. The Loving Kindness app is a trip because
Okay, my motivation app right now says your life, you decide. So, thank you. I'm gonna just start.
As the church say,
Him?
On that night, go ahead and close us out, Miss Amber. I want you to say, "Hey, this is Amber J. Thank you for listening to Conversations on Earth." In 3, 2, 1.
Hey, this is Amber J, and you're listening and watching on Conversations on Earth.
Hey,
Love y'all. This
Love
has
y'all.
been great. Thank you,
Good night.
Amber.
good
Good
night.
night.
Okay, right.
That was beautiful.
I just want you to know you weren't on that camera at all.
That's fine.